Hi, boys and girls. I know it's still December, but today I want to talk to you a little bit about some things that are going to happen in January when we come back after vacation. One of the things that will happen is a new kindness project, which is collecting cans and boxes of food to help replenish the Independence Food Bank after the holidays. We've been doing this for many, many years, and for the past several, the community has also gotten involved and had something called a food fight where we would compete with other schools or clubs to see who could collect the most food. For all the years except for last year, Eisenhower won the food fight by a lot. But last year, Jefferson collected more food than we did, but that meant more food for our community. So it was a good thing. They give that award out and announce the winner every year at the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration that is put on by the Diversity Task Force. That happens this year on January 17th. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we won't be able to have that celebration in person at the high school like they usually do, but the Diversity Task Force is still going to do the celebration. They're just going to do it online and virtually, like we're getting used to doing a lot of things virtually this year. So we are going to be a part of that. Now, the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration is to honor this guy, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was a very, very important man in American history. He was a civil rights activist. He grew up in a time when, sad to say, but in our country, things were not very fair and very equal for all people. But he was a very smart and dedicated man. He did a lot of writing and a lot of speaking. He used big, important words that helped people learn that it's important for us to all be treated the same. He led marches and gave speeches and gave a very famous speech during the March on Washington in Washington, D.C., called his I Have a Dream speech. It's a beautiful speech, and Mrs. Bales, I think, is going to be reading this book to at least one of the grade levels during January, and you will learn a lot about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in January when you come back. Now, back to talking about that celebration. For the past several years, Eisenhower students have been a part of that celebration by making artwork that would either be shown in a video presentation, or the last couple of years we've made quilts and posters that we've put out in the lobby of the auditorium. But since we're not going to have that celebration in person, there would be nobody to see that beautiful artwork. So instead, this year, I've asked Mr. Gray to help me out, and we're going to be doing a song for the celebration. The song is called A Man Named King. It's all about him. And Mr. Gray will need to record you singing it so that it can be in the virtual celebration. The celebration is January 17th, and we're going to have to record that as soon as we come back from vacation. So since it's a new song for most of you, I have made a little video that will help you learn the song. Your teacher will make it available to you either in her Google Classroom or by sending a link out to your parents. They may also give you some video links where you can go learn more about Martin Luther King. But over vacation while you're at home, if you can, hop on your Google Classroom to go to the YouTube link and listen to that song over and over again, read the words and try to learn them so that when you come back in January, you'll be familiar with that song, and with just a couple of practices, we'll be able to make a recording that will be included in the virtual Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. So, be safe over your vacation, and if you have a chance, please learn and practice singing A Man Named King. Thank you.